This two-part instructional video is designed to assist teachers in preparing their Schoology courses for the end of the year or the end of the semester. With the enterprise version of Schoology, all courses will automatically be archived at the end of the grading period. This video will address the following topics: how to save course materials so that they can be used in next year's courses, how to export your Schoology grades, and finally, how to copy your gradebook setup to your new courses. The most important part of ending the year in Schoology is to make sure that all the materials that you have created for a course are available to you next year. In Schoology, you can save your course materials in the resource area and use them next year. To do this, you would go to your course drop-down menu at the top. You would select the course that you're going to copy the materials from. Once you are in the area or your course, you will notice that right next to each individual item that you have on your course, there is a gear with a drop-down arrow. You can, if you wish, save individual items from a course to the resource area. To do that, you would simply click on the drop-down arrow here and select Save to Resources. Now, you can also save the entire course into your resource area. And if you have a large course with a lot of material, it is advisable that you save the entire course at one time and save those in the resource area so that you can literally create a new course next year with this material. The way we do that is we come over here to the Options drop-down menu and we select Save Course to Resources. When I click on that, it's going to open this area and it's going to ask me, first of all, what collection do I want to save it to. There are several collections that you have in the resource area. One of them is the home area or your personal area, and the others are group areas, group resources that you see here. Also, if you are uploading an entire course worth of resources, there is no need to select a folder. A folder will automatically be created for you in the resource area with the name of the course on it. However, if you are selecting individual items from the course to save, then you would need to probably select a folder to put them in. So here's the list of folders that I have, and then the material that is already in the folder. So if I wanted to select a specific item and save it to the resource area, then I would select a folder, for instance this Practice 102, and save it into that folder. However, again, we are saving the entire course, so it's not necessary to choose a folder. Then I click on Submit. Now, once you have submitted the course or uploaded your resources into the resource area, you will receive, or you will see, a green highlighted item at the top of the page here. It says your large operation is currently being executed. You can access a list of your large operations from your transfer history area. So if you have a lot of material that you're uploading, it may take a while for it to actually get into the resource area. And to see what the status is of your upload, you can click the transfer history and see that here is a list of my resources that are currently pending, uploading. So you can see that the status is pending, which means, of course, it's taking time to do that. Here's one that I did back in September that has already been completed. This is just a history of your transfers or up to your resource area. You can, if you wish, clean the area up by simply selecting on this gear here and clicking Remove. Now keep in mind that I'm removing this from the history, not the actual resource. This resource that I uploaded is still up in my resource area. I'm just simply cleaning up my transfer list here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. So we see that the status is pending. Once it is completed, then we can come up here to our resource drop-down menu and select Personal, and then that will take me into my personal resource area. This area is not shared with anyone. This is my own resources. You also have an area where you have group here, and in this area you can have group resources that you can actually share with an entire department or an entire district. but the one we're looking at is the personal one. This is the one that is just strictly for my use. And in this area, you'll see all the different things that I have added to my resource area. For my courses, I have individual items like assignments and quizzes. I have entire courses. Whenever you upload course material to your resource area, it will appear at the latest one will appear at the bottom of the list. And right here you see that I have a folder with the name of the course on it, and inside this folder I have all my resources. If I click on this link, it will open up and you can see the 2 items that I had from that course, my sandbox course. So as you can see, it's very simple to take an entire course and upload it to your resource area. And this will be here no matter next year when you start your new courses. You'll have an entire list of new courses. They will be empty. You have to create the course, but up here you already have your course because you saved it to resources, and that will be there for you next year. Now, the next question is, well, how do I get these resources into my new course? There's actually a couple of ways to do that. One of the ways you can do that is to come up to your resource area, select personal, select the course just like I did here, and then select the items that you want to actually take and bring into your new course. You can, if you wish, right here next to title, click this checkbox and bring in everything all at one time. Once you selected an item, there will be an edit drop-down menu that pops up here. If you click on that, you can click on add to course. When you click on add to course, it's going to open and again we're pretending we're in the next year here, it's going to open your new list of courses. You're going to select the course that you wish to add the items to, and then down here simply click on import once you've selected them. Okay, so if I select this here and click on this one here, it's going to ask me import. I can import them and it will go into the new course. Now the other way that you can do this is you can actually go to your course that you want to copy this material into. So again, we're pretending this is next year. I'm going to go to my next year's list of courses. I'm going to select a course that I want to create a coursework for. For instance, this chemistry here. And when I go into my new course next year, it's going to be empty, just like you see it here. I have the course, I have the students in there, but I don't have any material. So again, instead of creating it from scratch, I'm going to come back up here to add materials, and I'm going to import the materials from my resource area. When I do that, it's going to take me into the home area. We just got through seeing this. And if I scroll down here, I'm going to see that course that I just saved. Now I can, if I want, select this, the whole folder and bring it in, but you don't want to do that because then you'll have a folder in there and it'll look kind of awkward. So what I advise you do is go ahead and open up the folder and then select all the items. And then remember, once I select it, I can come down here and click on import. It's going to ask me again what resources I want to import. So again, I can import everything if I want. And then I click on import. And then watch what happens. Now I've gone from having an empty new course to having all my material in my course ready to go for next year so that the students can start learning. It's that simple. So again, very advisable that you take your coursework that you've created this year, save it up into the resource area, then that way have all your materials ready for when you start next year. Okay? All right, so the next thing we need to talk about is exporting your grades from the gradebook so that you have a hard copy of this. The way we do that is, again, we go back to the course. We go to the course where we want to export the grades from. So let's say I want to export them from this course here. I'm going to be in this course. This is my course that I want to export. Over here on the left side, you're going to see your gradebook link here, your icon. Click on that. And that's going to open up your gradebook. And you're going to see all your grades that you've got in here with the averages and so on. At this point, I want to export this. I want to have a hard copy of this. So right over here, right next to the plus sign, you're going to see 3 vertical dots. If you click on that 3 vertical dots, you're going to have several options. One of them is to export the grade. Now, import doesn't do you any good in our system because you can't import any grades in. But we're going to export these grades. So I click on Export. Then it asks me what type of file I want to export these grades in. You have two choices. You have gradebook as a CSV file, and you have CSV for import into another system. The CSV for import into another system does you no good in our situation because you cannot import grades into our enterprise Schoology system. So what you want is to create a file or export the file as a gradebook as a CSV file, which a CSV file is an Excel file, is what it really is. So then you click on Next. Then it's going to ask you where you want to save the grades. And I would advise that you create a folder somewhere on your computer and call it 2018 grades and save them into that folder. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save these, and it's going to go ahead and basically export that file. Now, when you export the file, this is what it's going to look like when you export it. You're going to have all the information you need in this Excel spreadsheet. You're going to have the student's first name, last name, their user IDs, their overall average, and then you're going to see their individual grades on each one of the different assignments. You're going to see the student username. So you got a whole bunch of data here that you need and a hardcore copy of your grades. And once you've got it in here, you can use the power of Excel to analyze the grades, sort the grades, do all kinds of stuff with the grades, and have this hard copy so that if you need to refer to the student's grades, you have the entire grade book right here. Okay? So that's how we export the grades from Schoology. Now, on the next training video, we're going to talk about how you can copy your gradebook setup from an archived course into your new courses next year.